They fly in the darkness of the night, swoop down on unsuspecting victims, attack them, and drink their blood. You might think that this is about some sort of exotic bat. Even though such winged creatures exist, it's not them who attack these poor hoofed animals. They are being attacked by vampire parrots. Pretty surprising, isn't it? These animals don't expect such trickery from the seemingly adorable birds too. So they really don't sense the threat and don't flee when they see these birds approaching in the twilight. And all of this takes place in New Zealand, where there are no large predators that could pose a danger to sheep herds. The livestock feel safe and freely roam the expanses even at night. Unfortunately, these unsuspecting sheep have tangled with no ordinary parrots that you can teach to talk. Instead, they're dealing with true monsters. The vampire parrots lack fangs. They simply land on their victims' backs and puncture them with their beaks. The key parrots are omnivores, feeding on larvae, insects, nectar, and fruits. However, these birds live in the high-altitude regions of New Zealand, where it is definitely quite cold, and there's really not that much nutrient-rich food. Due to this, the parrots suffer from a lack of vitamins. It seems that to supplement the deficiency of certain vital nutrients, they have now diversified their menu with animal blood. Usually, sheep are the victims of these vampire parrot raids. For a long time, this bloodthirsty behavior of kea parrots remained a mystery. Just a few years ago, researchers discovered that some individuals behave like vampires, which was honestly quite shocking for people. After all, kea parrots have an excellent reputation. They are among the most intelligent birds globally. Kea birds are curious, active, and quite friendly towards humans, and often kept as pets. Moreover, these birds are masters of flight and apparently engage in acrobatic maneuvers just for the fun of it. Yet they are also capable of attacking sheep and other helpless animals to drink their blood. The wound from a beak strike is not particularly precise and can be painful. Still, the parrot doesn't care about the victim's discomfort. It simply drinks the blood flowing from the damaged tissues and then takes off. After which the parrot remains on the sheep's back, even if it attempts to escape. Sort of reminds me of a somewhat eerie rodeo scene, doesn't it? Moreover, the bird can sit on its prey in this manner for quite a while. Such an attack doesn't lead to any fatal consequences. While the wound might look brutal, it doesn't damage any vital organs and isn't particularly deep. Nevertheless, the sight of a bird settling on an animal in twilight and acting like a vampire is impressive and frightening, wouldn't you say? Of course, such a parrot doesn't attack humans. They're not the right weight class for them. Moreover, if a kea parrot becomes a pet, it likely won't suffer from vitamin deficiency, so the need for blood kind of disappears. But who knows? Perhaps it's worth looking at a pet bird a bit differently now. It's hard to say why the antelope nudges the newborn into the water. Is it trying to teach it to swim? Attempting to wash it? Wishing to get rid of an extra mouth to feed? In any case, this behavior clearly doesn't sit well with this bird right here. The waterfront is its territory. This marabou is a member of the stork family, feeding on frogs, insects, reptiles, and carrion. Hoofed animals don't seem to realize that. To them, the massive stork is just a quiet neighbor leisurely searching for frogs near the water's edge. Well, the gazelles clearly underestimated the bird's bloodthirstiness, and allowing the little one to stay close to it was a mistake. The scavenging stork eyes the little one as if it's an obstacle hindering its walk along the shore, or as potential food. The gazelle fawn is alive, but for the stork, it's a temporary inconvenience. Just watch how calmly the bird grabs the youngster by the legs and nearly drowns it. Fortunately, this story ended well. The stork couldn't be bothered to finish off the fawn, allowing it to escape without serious injuries. Still, that fawn won't ever approach this bird without fear. Here's the funniest gang you've ever seen. turkeys formed a true gangster group and decided to take over this territory. Just to look at how confidently they're strutting around. It seems like they're about to walk into a local cafe with an offer you can't refuse. Do you need protection? They sure think you do. This cat clearly misunderstood whom it was dealing with. It thought that it could easily disperse the group of birds, but received such resistance that it had to run away. Before, the cat could have chased the turkeys, and now the tables have turned. Ducks look quite cute. I mean, they could be cute, right? Just look at this example of interspecies friendship. Isn't it charming? It might seem like the birds are practically in captivity by the cat, which treats them like toys, sparing them its claws and sharp beak only on a whim. These ducks lack both claws and a sharp beak, so they're defenseless. Well, these cats also thought that way and regretted it when the duck showed them who's the boss. They messed with the wrong bird. The duck turned out to be aggressive and very assertive. It attacked with its beak, which can't cause any injuries or serious harm to the cats, but really, when the duck nips, it really hurts. The cats try to fend it off, but the bird attacks with such force that it corners them and pins them up against the wall. It seems like it ignores all the claw strikes to its head. The cats are shocked. They didn't expect this kind of aggression. The bird continues its assault. It really wants to teach the cat a lesson they will remember for a long time. Don't mess with ducks. Owls are formidable predators that compete with eagles for the title of the best hunter among all birds. They indeed have several advantages. Besides sharp, curved talons and a powerful beak, owls have excellent night vision and hearing, can fly almost silently, and can handle prey larger than themselves. But here, the owl clearly underestimated its opponent. Crows, although not considered the most dangerous birds, are known for their resourcefulness and bravery. They gradually outcompete owls and even dominate them. The owl just wanted to rest, but crows show her that this isn't her place. Now, this is their territory. Although the black aggressors aren't trying to escalate the conflict fatally, they are determined to drive the owl away. They don't like such neighbor and achieve success. The owl simply didn't know who she was dealing with. The strong beak, capable of crushing small bones, can seriously harm the owl. Besides, crows have a very firm grip and can improvise on the fly to defeat a formidable enemy with minimal risk. Moreover, while owls are solitary, crows often form large groups. This way, they can overcome a predatory bird without much risk. And if the attack happens during the day, the crow's chances rise even higher. Underestimating them is not advisable. They might eventually oust the owl from their habitual habitat. Whose side are you on in this confrontation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We are interested to know your opinion. It is hard to find a more audacious bird than a seagull. They've turned their impudence into a true weapon. Thanks to this, they can find food almost anywhere. Seagulls have a reputation as seabirds, but they venture quite far from the shore. There, they easily find themselves a meal. These pigeons think that the seagull before them is just another beggar, like themselves, just a bit larger. They're not afraid of this bird, as it doesn't look like a predator. No long, sharp talons and beak like a hawk. But they should have seen the threat in the eyes of that scoundrel. This seagull leisurely walks past the pigeons, not in search of food people toss. The seagull scopes out a pigeon it finds more appetizing. It attacks when it spots one. The other pigeons are in shock. They didn't expect this turn of events. But if a seagull clamps onto its target with its beak, it's unlikely to let go. Despite its size and strength advantage, it easily dispatches the pigeon in a matter of minutes. And this isn't just one bird's antics. It's typical behavior for the entire species. If a seagull sees a chance to deal with any animal, it will surely attack. unfortunate that we are so much larger than these feathered bandits, isn't it? Moreover, the seagull deals with its prey as efficiently as possible. If there's water nearby, the bird will drown the opponent, especially if it can't swim. If there's no water, it'll pick, lift, and strike the prey against the ground with its beak. The seagull might attack a sparrow, considering it a mere sandwich. Or it might dare to assault a larger adversary. Even land animals can't feel safe here. Here, the seagull swallowed a squirrel. The fluffy rodent clearly didn't expect an attack from this bird, and that was a big mistake. Attempts to hide don't always yield results. Here, the seagull fetched a rabbit directly from its burrow. The bird handled a quite large animal and swallowed it whole. But for every troublemaker, there is a stronger fighter. The audacity of the seagull infuriated this pelican. While the pelican's bill is ideally suited for catching fish, the seagull managed to find its way in there too. It clearly didn't comprehend who it was dealing with. The pelican dealt with it in a matter of seconds. Even crows can teach a lesson to seagulls. See how 6 crows chase a single seagull. The black-winged birds understood that teamwork and the ability to coordinate help when faced with a competitor, surpassing them in audacity and side. The seagull was simply bewildered. It was attacked from all sides and forced to leave its familiar coastline, which it used to consider its territory. It clearly didn't grasp that the rules had changed. And now, other feathered bandits inhabit the area. It definitely will not mess with crows anymore. So what instance of unexpected birds' bravery impressed you today the most? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you'll be among the first to learn about the most amazing, amusing, and epic moments from the world of wildlife.